Welcome to week 14 of Side Piece Poker. My name is Matt Rosga, and thank you as always for watching my content. Happy opening day to all of those who observed this week. The Orioles got a nice win over the Red Sox at Fenway, 10-9, and they're winning right now, so vibes are good for the O's. There's no real Lamar Jackson update since my last video, so we're going to focus on the O's. Adley went 5 for 5. He has another hit today. The O's are doing good. This week was good for poker. Today is April 1st, so happy April Fool's Day. Hopefully, y'all are pulling off some good pranks. No pranks today, just good poker to talk about. Since today is the first day of April, we have our March recap to talk about. So today's session will cover my one poker session this week. We will do a little bit of poker recap and poker analysis on the session. And then we will look at March, do some side piece recap. And that's all. I'll talk about Horseshoe a little bit more, but that's what we got this week. So let's dive on in. This week's poker was played on Thursday in the morning at Horseshoe Casino in the 1-3 no limit game. I bought in for $250, which is $150 less than the max, which is $400. But based on the stack sizes at the table, I thought that was appropriate. There were a lot of middling stacks, so I thought that was appropriate. A lot of people were there for the promotion, honestly, which I was kind of there for. So here's the high hand promotion for the day I was there. I have it circled on the screen. It's excellent. I didn't win any high hands, but $500 every 20 minutes. Wish Hollywood Park was doing that. So I left the session. Actually, first, I played for around an hour and a half from a little bit after 10 to around 11:40. And I came out ahead. I came out up $253. Here's a picture of my chips. Like I said, here's a picture of the chips on the table. So first, you'll notice that this is a little bit more than $253 in profit. This is around $280. My last two hands, I got sixes and ace queen, and neither of them hit, so I chipped down a little bit there. But yeah, 253 up. That's 3 wins in a row. Unfortunately, March will not be positive on the whole, as you'll see later in the recap. So there will not be a giveaway this month, but hey, we're trending positive and hope to take some of the strength into April. So let's break down the session a little bit. Not a ton of exciting hands to talk about. I'll highlight a few. I didn't take great notes this session, honestly. But the first hand that won me a lot of money was I had pocket fives, and I flopped a set. And there were 2 other players involved. I was the second to act. The initial position kept raising it up, and I kept calling. And then the last guy also just kept calling. In the end, one of them showed king 9, I believe, for top 2 pair, and one showed king 8 for top and middle, and then the set beat them both, so that was nice. The river, I just remember no draws completed, so I felt pretty good about my set, unless either one, because obviously it wasn't top set with the cards I just talked about that were out there, so I didn't feel the most confident. The person first to act raised it up 50, I called, and the last guy called, and they both showed their top 2s or 2 pairs, whatever, and I showed my set, and I was good. I scooped a nice honestly, $200 pot there, which was sweet. So that got a lot of the momentum going for the day. Another good one was where I had pocket queens. The run out comes, I think I bump it up to $20 and there's 3 callers. The flop comes 4-4-8. I think I raised it up another 20. There's only 1 caller. Turn comes at 10. I raised it up another 20. There's 1 caller. The river comes another 4. So I have a full house at that point. And I raise it up 50, and the guy folds. Maybe that sizing's a bit too big. So I gotta potentially work on that one. Maybe if I bet a little bit smaller, maybe $25 he calls. And even if he raises me, I feel comfortable there. Maybe as a 4, but I doubt it. So I think the 50 scared him away. I could have checked and hoped he would have let into me, but I was afraid he was just going to check back. He told me he had an 8, which in that case, I think if I would have checked, he probably would have checked back. Unless he thought I was on an ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, king-queen type of draw there. But I had queens. He told me he figured I had an overpair. So maybe if I bet smaller, he bets or he calls, but he didn't. Another one where I had a similar thing is I had, I think it was ace queen offsuit or something like that. It might have been queen 10 offsuit, something like that. But the important thing is I had a queen of diamonds. And so I don't truly remember the exact hand, but there were, I believe, 3 diamonds on the flop. Is that 3 diamonds on the flop or 2 diamonds on the flop? And then, so it was either the 3rd card on the flop was a queen or the turn was a queen. Because I remember I had top pair with the draw to the queen. So at the time there was like a jack. I think there was a jack of diamonds out there. So I had the queen. So I know if another diamond comes, I might be in the lead. And then the king of diamond comes on the river. So I'm only losing to the ace. The guy leads into me for 45. I rip it all in, which was honestly, I think, kind of stupid. So I had like 300 something behind, if not a little bit more. Sorry, this isn't the best like hand breakdown. But essentially he folded to the all-in. I think if I would have bet a little bit smaller, he would have called. When he raised 45, I would have bet to like 150, 125. He would have called, and I would have gotten that thin value paid off. Because realistically, I'm beating any diamond other than the ace, and like only the ace is calling that all in, unless they're like a crazy player. And this guy seemed like a solid player, so realistically, I should have bet a little bit less. Whatever, we still were profitable. I think those are the only other notable hands. I got a lot of middle pocket pairs. I got like 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, I think, and 9s. Or it might have been 7s twice. I think that's what it was. I hit a set on one of them. Oh, there was one. It was one of the 7s hands. I think someone raised it up to like 15 pre-flop. I call. Then another. I miss on the flop. They bet like another 15. I call that. I think there might have been 1 or 2 other players too, but everyone's calling these bets. So like $15. On the turn, a guy bets $80, and so I'm like, I'm not doing that. But I'm like, here comes a 7 on the river. So someone else calls. They're going heads up. Both put in $80, and here comes a 7. Of course, right? And then they show like top 2 pairs, some dumb shit like that, and I would have won. But you know, it's all right. I think long term that's a profitable play. But it's one of those where you're just like. Another one of those I had was on one of my last couple hands before the ace, queen, and the 6s I mentioned. It was a little bit before that. I had jack 10 suited. And someone who'd been quiet all day raises it up 30. And I was like, you know, you probably got kings, aces, some ridiculous shit. Flop comes, what was it? King, queen, 9, so jack 10 would have been so good there and probably would have gotten paid. I think one guy did show kings, so he like had top set, but I would have gotten paid from him if I would have tried that. But I don't know, $30. I mean, probably the right call there to sit that one out because like he had kings. I was kind of dominated until I wasn't. But it's all right. Nice $253 win. We'll show the chips again. We love Horseshoe. Yeah, we love Horseshoe. Oh, they also gave me this Ravens hat. I don't have it outside with me right now, but I'll grab it and I'll have it in the wrap up. You know, that's what I'll do. I don't have a giveaway this month, but I'll give away this Ravens hat that Horseshoe gave me. So we'll do similar as before. Subscribe, like, and 3 comments on this video. And you can win this Ravens hat. So, good luck to all. It's our poker recap and our poker eval this week. Let's break into our March breakdown. March was my first losing month. As you can see by this graphic here, it has an overall profit loss of minus $223. Damn it. Stings. It's first losing month, so, I mean, there's bound to be losing months, and we're all about transparency here, so. You gotta show, but it hurts to show. Hopefully, this winning streak continues in April, and April is back in the green. So overall, I played for 10.3 hours, which is in line with what I expected with how busy work is during busy season. I played 5 sessions, once a week. That's what we expected. So that equates to $14.50 in buy-ins. Yeah, that makes sense. And a return on investment of negative 15.38%. You're not investing in that one. Like that's garbage. So March wasn't great. For side piece, I had 5 hours played, as I said, 4.75 hours of extra time. It's around an hour per. There were some days where there was no traffic if I went at like particular times. So I figure it is a little bit under an hour each time. Honestly, I didn't have to wait a ton this month, which was cool. There was one session I had to wait kind of a lot, but the other times made up for it with getting seated pretty quickly. So that brings us up to a little bit under 10 hours. Oh, no. Sorry. I did that wrong. So that's 5 sessions, 10 hours played plus the extra 4.75. So that's around 15 hours. So we're going to do that. 223 divided by 15. Our hourly rate is negative $14.87. And that's poker for you. That's other side pieces. You show up, you get paid. Poker, sometimes you show up and you pay them. So March wasn't great. We'll rebound for February. That brings our totals to a total profit loss on side piece poker of $1,417. I mean, I'll take that. It's quite good. Total playtime of 38 hours or 38.8 hours. Like it's fun. It's cool to see. It's cool to see those hours stack up. I know a lot of other poker players, poker creators do like longer sessions, but realistically, like with my schedule and how I'm approaching this channel, like these shorter sessions are kind of what fits right now. Maybe during the summer I'll have time for more, or some of these off days, but yeah, 38.8 total hours over 20 sessions. So like it's around like 2 hours per session, which is really short, honestly, and probably contributes to some of the variance I'm seeing, but it is what it is. No real opinions there. 21 extra hours. So that's driving, waiting, all that jazz. So it brings us close to 60 hours committed so far. That's actually a little bit over 60 hours. So that's exciting. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master something, so we're almost there. Almost there. Only 9,940 to go, and we're a master of poker, or so they tell me. That's about it. 58.50, sum of buy-ins. Total ROI on that equals, let's see, this divided by this one. Is that 24%? I like 24%. That works. So I mentioned last month about game selection and how I think I might move up from the 3-5. I think I am. I think I'm going to join the 5-5 game at Hollywood Park. I think I'm going to buy in for $300 now rather than buying in for the 500. At least for the first time. We'll see. We'll see if that changes, but I feel comfortable at 300. I mean, my next couple sessions are going to be at Horseshoe while I'm home. Oh, as you see, yeah, set's different today. We're in Baltimore, Maryland. Sun's shining today. It's nice. Adley Rutschman's in Boston hitting the baseball. Rays of sun are shining here. We got the O shirt on. We're repping. That's a little sidetracked right there. But yeah, we'll be at Horseshoe. Hopefully winning some more money. So that's about all the poker I have to talk about for week 14. It's been good. Side piece has been cool. We're 3 months in. Like that feels really good to say, and we're positive. I'm over $1,400. Like that feels really, really good to say. Hopefully this number creeps towards 2,000 next month, maybe even surpasses 2,000, because as I mentioned, I'd like to have that saved up for the World Series of Poker. We'll see. I just hope to end April in the green. And we're gonna keep pushing. So come back for week 15. Hopefully we'll be in the green. For now, let's move into the wrap-up. Check out this hat. It's nice. I got the embroidered Ravens logo on there. I mean, it's the Velcro back, but you can't have it all in this world. And it was free. We got the Horseshoe logo plug on the side. Yeah, go Ravens. So like, subscribe, comment 3 times. This hat could be yours. Solid hat to wear to Raven season. Sick. So yeah, shout out to Horseshoe. Hollywood Park's not doing that shit. Like, I'm not doing all that. I plan to play once or twice next week at Horseshoe. Here's their April promotion schedule. So hopefully, I mean, as you can see, some of these are super juicy. I can go in the mornings when there's only like 2 to 3 tables tops. Hopefully I'll hit a high hands and we'll have that to talk about next week. So this is week 14 of Side Piece Poker. Wow, that also feels good to say. Thank you for recapping March with me. Oh, I didn't establish a February or an April focus. You know, we'll think about that and we'll talk about that in the next video. So thank you for recapping March with me. I'm Matt Rosga. This was week 14 of Side Piece Poker. Please come back next Sunday. I'll see you there for week 15 of Side Piece Poker.